What you talking about now, Cine? I don't know, but you're gonna get some nuggets out of it though. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell on. There's a new video series dropping every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the random jam session whenever I'm in my bag. You do not want to miss out. Also, be sure to check out my books, man. The link's in the description below, right along with my vegan class if you're trying to go plant-based and stay plant-based. I'm telling you, it works. Oh, and lastly, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_scene_. The nuggets I don't put over here, I put over there, so you can always get me when you need me. But you ain't really coming for all of that. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out. And that's perfect. That's the design. So those people who say, okay, I'm not going to fear this thing, but now I'm going to get these set of rules. I'm going to get these set of tenets. I don't give a fuck what system you follow. I'm going to get these set of tenets that will tell me and make me feel bad for being alive. You know? How do you conceptualize that you were born sinner? That guilt is already there. That I'm a born sinner. That everything I do can't be done right. You feel what I'm saying? That keeps you bound to the guilt. So when you accept that and you internalize that I'm a born sinner, that's going to lead into the next one too. But the guilt, the thing about guilt and shame, they kind of go hand in hand. But the guilt is when you feel a certain way for a thing that you did. But then the shame is when you accept that that is who you are. The guilt makes you, the shame comes from when you acknowledge that the guilt makes you who you are. You feel what I'm saying? So when they say things like, if you have premarital sex, right? You're inherently a sinner. You're bad. You feel what I'm saying? And you continue to have premarital sex. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, shit, nigga, you've internalized that I am a sinner. You know, the guilt is I have sinned. You feel what I'm saying? But the shame is I am a sinner. You feel me? And when you internalize that shit, that's when that shame comes in. That's when you wrap that around your personality. So then you keep yourself in a state of inferiority, a state of humility, a state of humbleness. You keep yourself in these states because now what has happened is this thought process has shifted you back down to fear. Because then after the shame, you now have to say, okay, I have to go back into this being, into this deity's grace in order to be absolved of this. But then in order for me to be absolved of it, I have to get back into fear. Shit is fucking powerful. So again, your personal identity, right, which is where your solar plexus is, 36 degrees of that. Like, because I said, each chakra carries the last one. So if you take 8, which is the root, you take the 16 from the sacral, and then you take the 12, that gives you the 36, it adds up to where you will fall within your solar plexus. Shit is amazing. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, they teach you that. That's why it's like it's been ingrained. I am a born sinner. I was born into sin. You think that was an accident? I was born into sin. I'm a born sinner. That automatically puts the shame in it. You can't do anything right. There's no way around it. Everything you do is going to be fucked up. Listen to some of the music that you hear. You feel me? But it's telling you that only this being can absolve you of that. No. When you get to God consciousness, you understand that you are the being that can absolve yourself of that. But again, we're still on the first 3. We're still in the third dimension. So this is very important. When you can get over that point where you no longer feel shame for the things that you do, which is hard, which is very hard, because you now have to accept that shit. You have to embrace it, and then you have to let it go. You feel me? You can't hold on to that. That's why the solar plexus is associated with the element of fire. Fire is transformative. If you can ever ascend above fire, that's it. You feel what I'm saying? You then transition in the air. You feel what I'm saying? But again, like I said, all of this shit is structured to keep you from going that far. So even if you do say, okay, man, I'm out of shame. I'm not ashamed of the shit that I've done. I own it. I own that shit and I move forward. Now you have to deal with the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the turning point. The heart chakra is the turning point because the heart chakra is blocked by grief. You feel what I'm saying? It's grief. And it's very pivotal that you understand that the heart chakra is associated with the element of air. The reason why is because air is that tangible, intangible. Air is the transitional element. You feel me? Air is the first element that you can feel, but you cannot grasp. You cannot hold. You can hold fire, you can hold water, you can hold earth. You cannot hold air. You can exhibit, you can harness its effects. Wind is an effect of air, it's not air. You feel what I'm saying? It's not air as an element. You feel me? Because air as an element has two dualities, has hot and cold, and then the effects of air are when hot and cold start to mix in different degrees. You feel what I'm saying? For example, the tornado is when hot air rises, cold air falls, and it moves in a motion to where it starts to spin, then a cyclone happens. That's the effect of air. You dig what I'm saying? So that heart chakra is that transitional phase. But if you can understand that and master that, everything else is freedom.